Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the True School Sports Live. Second night that I'm here doing this myself. BT's not here right now, but we got like they say, the beat's got to go on. So we're about to get started. Talk boxing. Tell you what the news are for the day, and let you know more or less what's going on. I'm gonna most likely just be basically. I want to concentrate on the Jose Pedraza and Jose Ramirez fight. I want to see how what you guys think about it, and just go from there. I'm gonna go through the whole. I'm gonna go through the whole card. So what you guys think about it. So yeah, I'm gonna go through the whole card, and you guys can chime in whenever you want. Hit the like button, subscribe, super chat, whatever you want to do. It'd be greatly appreciated. So with no further ado, like I say, BT's going to be this weekend at Chocolatito versus coño, se me olvidó el nombre. The Chocolatito fight this weekend, and he'll be bringing up some more content. He's going to be fighting Martinez. You already know about that fight. You guys know already. It's going to be a big fight, but before that fight happens this weekend, Showtime got Showtime, ESPN Plus got a fight coming up between two 140 pounders in Puerto Rican Jose Pedraza and Jose Ramirez, Mexican Jose Ramirez from California. You already know that both fighters, Pedraza was a two-time champion. Ramirez also. Ramirez coming back from that devastating loss to Josh Taylor. So we're going to see how he's going to rebound. We're going to see how he's answered, and we'll see what's up. My son he literally got Pedraza winning the fight. Check out his video on True Sports. You'll see it. I personally don't think that, I don't care what Pedraza done. I don't care if he's the two-time champion. I do like him. I do support him. Like I say, he's from Puerto Rico. But the reality is, I like Ramirez a lot better. I think Ramirez, to me, has more dog in him. And I think Ramirez is going to come out here and he wants to make a statement because of the fact of what the big loss he had to Josh Taylor. And I know he's hoping that down the road he gets a chance to go ahead and get a rematch if he possibly do it with Josh Taylor if he stays at 140. But I seriously doubt it. I think Taylor's going to move on. So if Ramirez is hoping on anything after this fight, first he's got to take care of business with Pedraza because we know it's not going to be an easy fight. But at the same time, he won't know what's going to happen with Josh Taylor, and he's going to either have to move up, fight Josh Taylor, or vacate the belts. They're there, you got to fight for it again. But it's going to be a good fight. I think Pedraza has a lot of experience because Ramirez losing. I don't know, man. I got Ramirez, man. I think to me, Ramirez is to me, he's a better fighter. I think he's going to show more. I think he's going to want to make a big statement. That's not taking nothing away from Pedraza. My son's going for Pedraza. Pedraza's a two-time champion, just like Ramirez was champion. So it's going to be a good fight. But I just think that, in my opinion, I'm going with the Mexican this time, and I'm going for Ramirez to really dominate this whole fight. And that's my own opinion on that. You got yours, I got mine, and you could be right too. But we'll find out. That's why they have the fights. Program reminder, like I announced earlier, the Showtime ESPN Plus gonna have the fight on tomorrow. I think it starts at 4:15 with the undercards, and then it goes on to the main events, from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, when they have the actual ring walk with Ramirez and Pedraza. So it's gonna be a good fight. I think there's gonna be a lot of fire in that fight. So I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. So I'm just gonna run down through their stats, let you know what's going on with them, how they've been doing, who they fought last, how they lost, and we can just go from there. If you guys want to chime in on anything else, feel free to chime in. That's what we're here for. For all one of you that are here, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button. Speak to me about anything, because this is what I'm here for. So without further ado, let's get this going. Pedraza versus Ramirez. Pedraza is a little older than Ramirez. He's 32, Ramirez is 29. Ramirez is 1 inch taller. He's 5'10". Pedraza 5'10". Ramirez is 5'9". The reach advantage goes 2-inch reach for Pedraza. He's got the reach on that. They're both right-handed fighters. They fight orthodox. Their records are pretty much almost evenly matched. No lie, they got it 20. Let me see who got. Yeah, you're right. Your father's favorite trolling channel. You're right. He's fought some big names, and that's why he's a two-time champion, and he wants to get back to that contention again. So I understand exactly what you're saying. So I totally agree with what you're saying. That it's not going to be easy fight with Ramirez. It's not going to be a walk in the park because Pedraza is a name that people know about. What's up, Enrique Lewis? Luna, how you doing? What's going on, man? Papa saludos to some tea. Yeah, I got my tea right here, man. I'm gonna show you in a minute what I got. How you doing, man? Presidential Luke. Yeah, we just chiming in right now talking about there's a fight card tomorrow on Showbox and ESPN Plus. It starts at 4:15 for the undercard, but the big fights won't start to probably from 8 to 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock the ring walk with Pedraza and Ramirez. I'm just gonna break it down the best I can and give you guys a little input about that fight. Give me your input, what you guys think about that. Give me your ideas of who you think is going to win, why they're going to win, your predictions why they're going to win, and what do you think they go from there. I think it's a good fight for both of them. I think they're both going to come back and show out. They both want to get back into contention. I know, like I was saying earlier, Ramirez really wants to win this fight so he can get back into the championship contention and fight somebody so he can get a rematch with Taylor. Hopefully Taylor will stay for that, but I don't know because what we see for Taylor in his last fight, he really didn't look good. And for me, I think it's better for him to go to 147. I'm talking about Josh Taylor. I got Ramirez. I think Ramirez is going to beat the shit out of Pedraza. My son has it the other way around. He just came out put out a video on True School Sports. So if you guys got a chance, go check it out. The video tells his prediction, tells what he sees from both fighters, and he gives his own intake on what he thinks is right. But he's at the Chocolatito fight right now. But I'm going with Ramirez, man. I think Ramirez is going to come out here and make a big statement against a proven champion like Pedraza. And he is Puerto Rican like me, and I usually support Puerto Rican fighters, but for this one, I'm going with the Mexican. Yeah, well, you just never know what's going to happen. And that's another guy we're going to talk about, Tank. What the hell's going on with him, man? I hate talking about Tank because Tank's not getting the big fights. I don't know what's going to happen to Tank. We don't know when they're going to have the fight with Romero. I mean, they just can't be putting them in there with secondhand parts and not fighting real people or real champions or real contenders. Thank you, Caesar. Have a good night, man. Hit that like button. I appreciate it. God bless. So I'm just going to go again. I'm going to reiterate. I'm going to go back the tail of the tape between both fighters, and then we'll just go from there. Pedraza from Ramirez. I got Pedraza age is 32. Ramirez is 29. The height's almost the same, with Pedraza having an inch taller at 5'10". Ramirez at 5'9". The reach also goes in favor of Pedraza. 2-inch reach over that. You got they both fight orthodox, right-handed. Their record is pretty much evenly. If you look at it, Pedraza is 29-3 with 14 KOs, and Ramirez is 26-1 with 17 KOs. So you can tell the power is pretty much, in my opinion, is pretty much evenly matched. The rankings. Ring Magazine got Pedraza ranked number 8. The WBC got him ranked number 10, and the WBO got him number 6. For Ramirez, the Ring Magazine got him number 2. WBC got him number 2, and WBO got him number 7. So this is gonna be a good fight, no matter how you want to sugarcoat it. And for Ramirez, his last loss was against Josh Taylor, so he's going to come out here and do his thing and get things right. He's gonna probably get the title shot either way. That's how the politics of boxing is. He's a 2-time champion. I think there's other fighters out there that are probably better to get a chance. But right now, because of the name Pedraza, because of Ramirez and what their rankings is, they might just go their way, believe it or not. Okay, I got my Bible here because I forget things. Ramirez, as you already guys know, I'm just to tell you who he lost to. He lost to Josh Taylor, and you know that was a crazy fight, but he got beat down badly in that fight. And I know he wants that fight again, but I don't think it's gonna happen. What's up, Ramirez? Diaz, Adrian, already with a super chat, huh? I don't know how to put this thing. I was trying to call my son to show me how to do this thing. Let me see if I can get it again. Let me see. I know I can just do something. Let me see what this does. Hold on for a second, guys. No, it's not showing me there, so I got to go back. I don't know how he added the announcements, but I'm gonna have to get him to get it because I got to get Don King in here. I just texted him to tell me how to do it. Like I said, I'm not computer savvy, and I should have been paying attention, but I'll get it right. And when I get it right, I'm gonna play all this back for all you guys. So thank you for the super chat, Ramirez Diaz, Adrian. I really appreciate it. Muchas gracias. Que Dios te bendiga. Pedraza, I don't know. I mean, Pedraza, they're both champions in their way. So it's gonna be they're gonna sell seats either if they put the fight in Las Vegas or whether they're gonna put it in California where Ramirez is from. You already know he's gonna make he is going to make sales, and money talks and BS bullshit walks. So you already know. Ramirez's last loss was to Taylor, like I was saying, and then he also beat. Prior to that, he beat Victor Posto. He beat Maurice Hooker. He beat Jose Cepeda. That's one comment that they both have. So Jose Cepeda beat both Ramirez and Pedraza. So that's right there shows you that. I mean, they fought a top opponent in Cepeda, and I want to see Cepeda get his title shot because you know what, he deserves it. He's a beast, and like you were just saying, like I forgot who was saying it was telling me. Your father's uncle favorite trolling channel saying that you think Pedraza or Ramirez needs a title shot. I'll tell you what, man. If they both fight and one of them wins, why not put Cepeda back in the run? Because he really deserves a shot. Believe it or not, the way he fights, his aggressiveness, I mean, it's freaking crazy, and that's out as well. And he beat both of them, so why not? Thank you, Ramirez, Adrian. Appreciate it. Let me see what else we got here. Thank you so much. Yeah, so like I was saying, so you could tell he beat Victor Posto, Ramirez before losing to Josh Taylor, Maurice Hooker, Jose Cepeda actually beat him. Oh, did he beat? I got it wrong here. Ramirez beat Jose Cepeda. I got it wrong. Ramirez beat Jose Cepeda, and Pedraza lost to Jose Cepeda. So that's the big thing right there. Cepeda's a tough customer. They both fought him. Ramirez beat him, and Pedraza lost to Cepeda. And the other fight that he had was against Ramirez had prior to the Cepeda fight. He had fought Antonio Orozco. I don't know much about him, but those are the last fights that Ramirez had. Pedraza beat Julian Rodriguez. He beat him by TKO. He beat Javier Molina by UD. He beat Michaelis Pierre by UD, and then he lost to Jose Cepeda. He lost. Pedraza lost to Cepeda, where Ramirez beat Cepeda. So that to me is a lot. That speaks a lot. But then again, Pedraza also beat Antonio Lazardo by TKO. So these opponents, they both in my opinion, they both actually have a lot of things in common, and that tells me that this is not going to be an easy fight for both of them. I just think that when they get in the middle of the ring, I just have to give the edge to Ramirez, in my opinion. So that you know, okay. The second fight on the card of that I think is pretty good, that I really like a lot, is Joel Gonzalez versus Gio Santisma. Joel Gonzalez is 24-2 with 14 KOs. Joel Santisma is 21-3 with 18 KOs. Joel Gonzalez is actually 28 years of age. Santisma is 25. They both have the same age. The reach, I can't tell you the reach. Joel got 70.1 inch reach over Santisma, but Smith didn't report his. They're both right-handed fighters. They fight in the orthodox position. So We'll see that. Their rankings are pretty good. They got Joel Gonzalez ranked. They got him ranked number 10 by the Ring Magazine, number 6 by the WBC, and they got WBO got him by they got him by let me get this right. They got him by number 6. So you can tell Joel Gonzalez no sleeper. And only the WBO's got Joel Santisma number 6. Let me get the super chat real quick and I'll get back to you. Ramirez, thank you again for the $1.99. Greatly appreciate it. God bless. Like I said, anything you can give me for the channel is fine. If not, just join in, chime in, and make this an enjoyable live. Thank you so much and God bless. Rey Martínez con todo menos con miedo. Bueno, Martínez es fuerte, él tira fuerte, tira mucho puño. Los primeros rounds que ellos van a pelear de 1 a 4, yo digo que él va a ser muy agresivo y para Chocolatito él tiene que aguantar eso o si no él va a poner a Chocolatito a dormir, pero yo creo que la experiencia de Chocolatito va a ser que va a ganar la pelea para leyenda como Chocolatito. I basically just said one guy he commented about Martinez. He was saying that the Martinez and Chocolatito fight. He was saying basically he said with everything he has, but he has no with everything he's gonna give everything he has, but he's not afraid. And he basically but what I got out of that was that he basically gonna say that he's gonna come in there and bring it to Chocolatito. But I just think that Chocolatito with his experience is gonna win that fight in the end. If Martinez, because he's a very aggressive fighter, if he comes in within the first 4 rounds and puts a beat down on Chocolatito and Chocolatito don't wear that down, he'll be in trouble. But if he continues on and does his thing and gets past the 4 or 5 rounds, I think Chocolatito got this fight in his hands. Yes, so that's the rankings on them. The 10th round featherweight fight. Joy Gonzalez. I'm gonna tell you who we fought. Lastly, you guys are famous for that. The last fight that I mostly remember about was Joy Gonzalez fighting Shakur Stevenson. And at that time, Shakur Stevenson's had his sister as his girlfriend, and it's all gossip. And Joy Gonzalez family didn't like that. Un día de esto, ¿dónde tú vives, César? Y yo te dejo saber. Que Dios te bendiga. Cesar's asked me to let him come to my house. So one day when I get to know you, if you're around here, we can hook up and do something, But yeah, so, Joy Gonzalez, the famous fight they had with Shakur Stevenson. But I got to give him respect. His last 2 fights were against real dogs in the ring. He fought, he lost to Navarrete, Emmanuel Navarrete. He's a dog. I like him a lot. He's very active by UD. Then he lost to New Jersey's own New Jersey, Shakur Stevenson by UD. And then he went on. Then he defeated Manuel Avila. He defeated Rodrigo Guerrero and defeated Javier Gallo. One of these days, man. Right now, I can't get no training right this moment. Like I told you, I still got to go to my therapy for my heart. I got to get my heart built up and all this other stuff. But después que se mejora mi corazón, pues un día de esto, si no, yo no conmigo, con mi hijo, porque mi hijo siempre está haciendo ejercicio. Yeah, if not with me, with my son. My son's always doing exercise out, so it'll be good for you to go and you can talk to him and he probably hook up with you. That's right. You let them know. Support the channel. Give a like and support the channel the best you can. And you're talking to Pops right now. Like I said, BT's covering the Chocolatito fight. I'm sure he's going to have some content put it on the channel soon. So just stay tuned for that. Check out the channel. Subscribe to it if you haven't, because it's only going to help the channel better. And we'll see. We'll continue on to building out this brick by brick. But anything you guys give is a big blessing to all of us. Joe Santisma, he beat, I don't know how good they were, Alan Albeca by TKO, Morong, Biencenevas by KO. He lost, and then he also fought Navarrete, another common opponent they both had. So they both lost to him. And then he won a fight against Rene DeCall because he quit, and then he lost a fight with he won a fight with Elvins Mafani by KO. Thank you, Ramirez. I'm gonna do that. I'm not a fan of beet juice, but guess what? If it's gonna help my heart, and like I said, I just gotta get my strength back. I don't even know if I can run with this monitor on my heart, but I'm just gonna keep trucking and doing the best I can. Thank you and blessings to you. So respect to you too. So yeah, so I think this fight right here is pretty much evenly matched with Joel Gonzalez coming in here. He lost the last two fights to two fighting real dogs in his weight class, Navarrete and Shakur Stevenson. So him coming here fighting this guy, Gio Santarisma, you better not sleep on him either, because I think that guy's coming to do some damage on him. And then another fighter that I was very happy to see hit on the rebound, because he got a freaking beating last time he was out, and I don't know if he was just overconfident or what was the case, but he got a beating of his life. They should have stopped the fight when he fought. I remember the fight. It's Gabriel Flores. Gabriel Flores Jr. He's 20-1 with no knockouts against Abraham Montoya. 20 wins and 2 knockouts and 1 draw. But Gabriel Flores, if I remember correctly, was getting beat down by Luis Alberto Lopez, and he got a beating of his life. So this is a rebound for him. He needs to do something. I know Top Rank think highly of him. Thought that he was going to be one of these big guys, big guns. So he's got to come out here, and he's got to go ahead and do it. He's got to come out and show that, hey, you know what? I'm the real deal. Because he got his ass whooped. They should have stopped that fight a long time ago. But shout out to have him back on the card, and hopefully he'll go ahead and rebound from that and get better on what he's doing. And then we have few prospects fighting Charlie Sheeney and Johnny Bernal. They don't know much about them. The one is 1-0, one's 2-0. That's what they would call fight. And then the other fight that I like is I like Carlos Balderas. Thank you again, Ramirez. I really appreciate it for the super chat. God bless you again. Appreciate what you do for the channel. Thank you so much. Que Dios te bendiga. Gracias por todo que tú me diste. That's right, Carl Hansen. Chocolatito! That's what I'm going for. I was watching highlights of Martinez, but Martinez ain't no fluke, man. Martinez is going to come in there, and I'm telling you, man, he's going to put it on. And I think he's going to, the first couple of rounds, it's going to be hard for Chocolatito. But I think if he can withstand the storm, he's going to win by experience. I'm telling you that. Yeah, the next fight I like is Carlos Balderas versus Leo Mesquita, whatever his name, Mesquita. Balderas is 11-1. You guys know he was an Olympian. He lost to Renee Tellers-Guerin in 2019. And after that, he's been on the road winning. So I like to see Balderas get back in the winning. He got to win a road since that loss to Guerin in 2019. He's actually had 2 straight wins. So I wish him to continue on, and I want to hear more from him. He's an Olympian. He's a very skilled fighter. We need to hear more from him. Gracias. Dios te bendiga. So Balderas, I like to see him come in this card and show me what he's got. I think it's a pretty good card. I'm hyped up for it, not just because it's Puerto Rico versus Mexico, Mexico versus Puerto Rico with Pedraza and Ramirez, but the fact that you have Balderas in there, young, hungry fighter who lost one, very talented, was in the Olympics. And then you have Gabe Flores, who also was in the Olympics, and actually, Gabe Flores, who was talented, and Top Rank was bringing him up and everything, and he got his ass beat the last time out. I think that humbled him, and he's going to come back and show the people that he's going to rebound from that and show the people what he's all about. Thank you, Cesar, again for the 149. I really appreciate it. God bless you guys. That's only going to help the channel. Brandon's going to be happy with that. And you guys can give super chat or like you're doing, hit the like button. That's all going to help the channel. At the end of the day, everything you give to us will be back returned to you guys, and it's the success of the channel. Thank you again. Yeah, so I like to see Balderas come back, keep doing what he's doing, and get up on the rankings. I really like him a lot. Like I was saying about Flores. I know that Top Rank was bringing him up high and had him high on the scale. So I want to see the rebound from that ass beating he got from Lopez and come out and do what he's got to do. What's going on, Eddie Morales? ¿Cómo está? Yeah, I don't get that fun. Okay, that's good, man. That's good. God bless you. Yeah, so these are gonna be good fights. Seeing Pedraza Ramirez, seeing Flores trying to rebound with fight, seeing Balderas, another great fight. I think all these fights are gonna make the card real good. And I'll be live tomorrow on ESPN Plus. If you guys got ESPN Plus, the undercard starts at 4:15. 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, the main ring walk by Pedraza, and then the other main cards come on. Ya, César, una soda, un refresco. You're right about that, Adrian. Good point you brought out there about that. You could easily say the same thing. Both fighters, you're right about that. Both fighters were overconfident. Coming into the fight, we know we seen prime time Colbert coming to that fight against Hector Garcia, and he was confident the whole way, singing, playing music, and it's great to be confident. But if you can't walk the walk and talk the talk, you don't need to be walking. And that happens when you're overconfident on your opponent and you don't know what to expect, but you think you can run up and disrespect anybody. That's not how boxing works. Whoever is across that range from you, you need to kick ass and do it all the time. And I think prime time Colbert learned from that, got his ass kicked, got really exposed by Hector Garcia, and shout out to the Dominicans out here, man. Dominican Republic. This guy was a military man for Dominican Republic, was an Olympian with Dominican Republic. So just by looking at his resume, you already knew he wasn't going to be a slouch. And I'm so happy for him. I'm happy for the trainer in Las Vegas. That's also got Uga's trainer. What his name? I mean, so happy for Hector. Hector went in there, did that. I wanted to do something about him today. I don't know why. I didn't get time to do that. I can't. I don't have a computer, so I have to write everything down by paper so I can remember. And I want to give props to Hector. Hector went in and showed out on prime time, Colbert, and he deserves all the credit he deserves. He deserves to get that title shot. So you're absolutely right about that. Flores went into the fight the same way, very overconfident, thought that he had an opponent that he can just walk through. And what happened? He got walked through by the opponent. What an embarrassment that was. He didn't want to stop the fight. That should have stopped the fight. I thought he got beat down to a pole. That fight should have been stopped. Let's see what else. Many more comments. Yeah, so that's really a good card. I'm not gonna lie to you. The biggest thing on this card that one of the guys last night on the live was talking about Hector Tour. Hold on. Let me get. I can move too fast. There's also Hector Tanahara. He lost his last fight to William Cepeda. And Tanahara's El Finito. They call him El Finito Tanahara. I mean, he's a good fighter. I was watching the fight with William Cepeda, but William Cepeda put it on and beat the shit out of him. Garcia had trainer Garcia had to throw in the towel and stop the fight because I mean the pressure that William Cepeda put on him. I mean he had no space to throw any punches. He clogged them up. I mean he did everything within his power to beat the shit out of Hector El Finito Tanahara. So he better come back and rebound. I think he's 11-1. I don't know I didn't get his record, but he better come back and rebound because and learn. Hopefully, he learns something from fighting a pressure fighter that you just can't sit there and sleep on him because William Cepeda actually exposed him to no limit and made Garcia look bad as a trainer. So shout out to William Cepeda, but Hector's gonna on the rebound. So this whole card is about a lot of the fighters rebounding and getting another opportunity. To be honest with you. Okay, the biggest thing that I like on this card is that new somebody last night talked about a heavyweight. His name was he's making his pro debut. His name is Richard Torres, and somebody last night was telling me that do I think that he has a lot of similarities to Mike Tyson. He's signed by Top Rank. He actually was in the Olympics in I think it was 2016. I think it was, or I could be wrong, but he actually won a medal. And he actually looks his built is like Tyson. I'll say like that. He's got that jerky nerve that Mike Tyson has. Before he throws it like that, he's got that. and he's a southpaw. And Mike Tyson was a southpaw. I didn't know Mike Tyson was a southpaw. But Mike Tyson chose to fight Okudas right-handed, and that's not really usually not normal for a fighter to fight exposing his right side to be a weakness against his opponent. But so they do have a lot of similarities. Like I told you, Mike Tyson is a southpaw. This guy hits hard. His build's pretty good, but I'm not just gonna put him all the way up to Mike Tyson's level. He just tomorrow night's only gonna be his pro debut. Let's see what he does with his opponent. Of course, probably got an opponent. I think it was 6'3". Fighting somebody named Nelson. I think if I'm correct. So I'm not gonna put all my eggs in that basket until I see. I should decorate it, Olympic. He's done everything. And one of the best things that I really love about him is he's a single parent. With his son, according to what I went to his Instagram. And to me, he's already a champion in that because he's being a real father to his son, and taking care of his son like a lot of men in this world should do for their kids. So respect to him, wish the best from him. But I think Top Rank got a lot of ideas for him, for Torres. So I did my little bit on that to give you guys an answer on that. But like I said, I wrote everything down. So by the time I was done writing everything down, it was time to come on live. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, so I'm gonna say, yeah, so just go out, we see what's going on, and then in boxing, Torres I think is gonna do good. We'll find out. His time is coming up now. We'll see. Luda, Chris, how you doing, man? I thought I'll tell you what I thought about the Catterall Taylor fight. A lot of people are saying that Taylor won. Then you go to other channels and they're telling you the majority is saying that he got the Catterall got robbed. Me personally, people say that Catterall took a foot off the pedal. But come on, man. I think he knocked down Taylor one time. I think Catterall won that fight. I don't care. I mean, in this channel, we're biased for Josh Taylor. My son and I are big fans of the Tornado. But to be told, he didn't show up for that fight. And Catterall exposed him every way. Taylor felt that he was going to fall into that overlooping left that he throws that everybody's known for from Catterall. He actually changed the game. He kept his distance. He jabbed himself throughout the fight. I thought he won the fight cleanly. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think that Josh Taylor should have gotten a decision. That's my own opinion. I think he should have won. He didn't get it. That's the politics of boxing. We move on from that, but I honestly think Catterall won the fight. Oh man, well, I was watching him today. When I was watching him today, fighting today against what's his name, and I was like, damn man, this guy's like a pressure fighter. William Cepeda does not let you breathe. When that bell rings, he's like right on you, like literally right on you, like real bad. Like I'm like, what the hell? Like he's literally on you the whole time. He don't give you no space for you to get your punches in, and that was probably the game plan against who he fought. And I get it. So that guy is an exciting fighter, and he gained my respect from what I seen from him. I hope he continues doing that, and we'll probably see more of him. I actually, my son is big on him. My son interviewed Blair the Flair. I think he brings his son into boxing. And I mean, he called out Crawford. I think he called out Spence. I don't know if it's Spence or he called Crawford or Thurman. I think he called out. I'll be honest with you. Everybody counting him out. I'm not. I like Flair. I'm gonna have to go on the bandwagon on that one. He's a sleeper that nobody wants to even give him a chance. There's a reason, but I like him. People say, oh, he's this and that. He's not that talented. He's good, but he's not the level that he should be. Guess what? Put him in the ring, and that's how you iron out things. And I like him a lot. He's an exciting fighter. Go check out the interview my son had in Las Vegas that he had from, I think, a few months back. It's a great interview when he ran into him in Las Vegas. So, yeah, I have to agree with that. At 140, he could be a sleeper. Yeah, Kyle Harrison, I read that. I didn't see the fight. Did you see the fight, or you just read what was the outcome of it? I did not see the fight. I didn't know what happened, but I did see that Tim Tszyu brother won the debut, and I wish him nothing but the best. And if he fights just like his brother, and he's just as talented as his brother, the sky's the limit for him. Good luck to him. Yeah, I mean, the only we always do that. Even I'll be honest with you, Adrian. We've been harsh on Canelo a lot on this channel, but the reality is, Canelo stepping up to fight Bivol with no kind of rehydration clause, with no kind of stipulation, like he's fighting at 175. I was actually watching some interviews with him today on Fight Hype. Go out there and check out Sean Sattel, one of the best reporters in boxing on Fight Hype. And they were talking to Canelo, and they asked him, why do you pick Bivol over this fighter, over this fighter, and this and that? And all he said, yeah, he's a champion, isn't he? That's all I need to know. He's a champion. I'm here to make history. That's why I want to fight. I want to fight champions. Then they asked him about the Gennady Golovkin fight, and one of the reporters asked him, well, don't you think that Gennady Golovkin back in the heyday, he could literally, they say people say that they beat you twice? And why would you pick him now? He's old as hell, and he's not going to be the same Gennady Golovkin that he was a few years ago. And he basically say, that's not my problem. So he's got to get through. Canelo says that's not my problem. Basically, say he's got to get through. He's got to get through Murata, and then he'll probably have to come and see me. So basically, what Canelo is saying is, I don't care. I don't want to hear how old the fighter I am fighting. I don't want to hear how young he is. If he's got a belt, or he's got something that I want. Regardless of the outside health, whatever physical tributes they have, they're not the same or whatever. For it's not his problem. But if they have a belt and they can contend, he's gonna go. He's gonna go out for them. So yeah. Yeah, man, Bakahama, you might be right about that. That'd be a great fight. Montana Love against what's the name? That'd be a great fight. I would love to see that fight. Montana Love fighting with you. You got a point there. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna compare Bivol to Andre. Andre's got his own style. Andre was physical. Andre did his own, people say, dirty tax or whatever the case is. But I'm not gonna just go ahead and say that. He might have some similarities to Bivol, but Bivol's got range. Bivol got range ownership. Bivol leads with that jab his way through it. And one of the things Bivol wants to do this fight, one of his goals is, he says, I'm going to come into this fight. Canelo's beaten every fighter with his toughness. Most fighters going to come up with a knockout, but I'm not coming for that. I'm going to show how to beat somebody with my own technical skills. So he's very confident when he comes into this fight. He's very confident to go in there with Canelo and show people, like, you know what? I'm coming here to show you a different way I'm going to beat this guy. And believe me, I'm going to put it by him. Unfortunately, we don't know how things are right now. Canelo's the face of boxing, so we know what could possibly happen. But as far as he going in there, and then I was some of the they asked Eddie Hearns, and they were asking, well, is this fight? The rumors were saying that this fight was not sanctioned as a title fight because of people being Russian, and being Russian, and you know how they put in the block on all the Russian stuff, and Russian sports fans and every fighters and stuff. And he said no. The translator was saying no, that the sanctioning body said that after the fact that the war broke out, then anything thereafter there will be sanctions. But for this fight with Canelo, it's sanctioned to be a title fight. So I'm happy to hear that, because I like Canelo's been saying he's only going to fight for titles. So I highly doubt if he's going to fight him for title shot without having to be able to get it. Cal Henderson, you're talking about Bivol? I don't know, man. Bivol looked good to me, man. Bivol, you're right about that, but that jab, he's got some power. We can't sleep on it. And this has been going on for a long with Canelo. We always said it. I was wrong when I said it against Caleb Plant. We don't know what's going to happen with Andre if they ever fight. But I was saying before the Caleb Plant fight, because I was going for Caleb Plant, and shout out to Canelo, he won. That Caleb's Plant movement, jab, and movement, everything was going to be it's going to be hard for Canelo to deal with that, and they're going to lose because of that. When in reality, Canelo turned it on and knocked the shit out of Caleb Plant. So I'm not going to put any more barriers on Canelo because I've seen what Canelo can do. I see now he's in his prime right now. He uses his experience a lot more, and he's getting it done. Eddie Morales. I'm going for Bibble. I don't care. I'm going for Bibble. I think Bibble, if Bibble comes in and does his thing, I think he can beat or expose Canelo. But that's not, like I said, I haven't learned my lesson yet. You might say, because you're going to say, oh no, because you call Kelly the plant and you say you can do this. Now you say, Andre, I never fought him, that he can't handle movement, this and that. This guy right here is a different fighter. Different fighter than Caleb Plant. He can go in there and jab his way. He keeps his distance with that jab. He's got the reach. He's got the height. He's got the movement. And we know that Canelo can't deal with a lot of movement. But like I say, every time he does the face of boxing proves everybody wrong. So good luck to Canelo. But I'm going for Bivol. Yeah, Bivol's a smart boxer. I mean, that's why he's here right now to get this fight, because of he earned this fight and he's doing his thing. So yeah, shout out to him. Oh, you're saying that Tim Tszyu's brother is sorry? That was his first fight. I didn't see what did you see wrong about him? Did he have a good jab? Did he throw combinations? Did he have good defense? What did you see about him, Carl Hansen, that made you say he's sorry? You might be right, Ramirez Diaz, Adrian. To tell you la verdad, you might be right about that. This might be his toughest opponent as far as with that jab. And he's finding a guy that can keep his distance and throw that jab, and he throws it all different ways. So it could cause problems for Canelo. But like I said, I won't be able to win, but I'm not putting it past Canelo, man. Every time I bet against him against Caleb Plant, he folded him up. So, Canelo figured him out. But I'm going with Bivol. Yeah, I really am rich. I'm rich in the Lord. I got the Lord Jesus Christ in me. He's blessed me a lot, gave me that life with my heart attack that I had. I had the worst heart attack possible. So I'm rich in the spirit of God and the Lord. And I take every day as a blessing. I used to work in the hospital and see different people and how sick they are, and they can't even walk or breathe or anything. So I'm rich in that. And I'm happy that you guys are here talking to me. That's even better. Yeah, you got a point there. Bivol's a chess player. He goes back and forth. He tries to figure you out. It's going to make the fight a lot different for Canelo, that's for sure. But we won't know until the fight actually happens. But you're right. It's going to be a chess game. And may the best pawn win. Yeah, Cesar, we all could use more dollars. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't going to lie to you. I've been sick. I haven't been working for the longest. But, thank God for the grace of God and doing the best I can. We all need money. Inflation's up, everything's up. So hey, if you're making it what you're making, it's a blessing, and just go on and keep on ticking. Everything only lasts for a short time, anyways. What's going on, Johnny? What's going on, man? How you doing, man? It's Chocolatito time, huh? And you got Ramirez. I got Ramirez too, guys. If you want to watch a channel that's real, that talks the real stuff, you need to follow Johnny's Combat Talking News. Like you have UFC fighting, follow Johnny's Combat News. That's the man right there. He'll call out the way he sees it. He don't give a shit who you are. He's not biased about nothing. He'll tell you anything. I really enjoyed the video that you made about Usyk and Usyk, the Vitali brothers, and Postal, and all the European athletes that actually went out to go to war. We put respect in that name. Respect to you. That's right. As long as you're wealthy like that, you got peace of mind, and you understand what the world is. No matter The bad times will only last for just like Don King said. Bad times only last a little time. They don't last forever. That's right. God got us. Thank you, Cesar. Yeah, Johnny, man, you're right. Hey, Johnny, I was watching your video the other day, man. I was laughing. I said, man, Johnny knows everything. You was exposing them about the crimes, the crazy serial killers, all kinds of shit. I said, damn, Johnny knows all kinds of shit. So you been around. You let them know. You're like, nah, don't tell me this. So I enjoyed the live. I was driving. I just couldn't comment. But I was watching you on your live. God bless you, man. And Johnny, you got to tell me what your size is. Your size is for the Miami Dolphins. I don't know what jersey you like, but you send it to me or whatever. So when I get my income tax, I'm gonna buy you your size in the hat from the Dolphins. I'm gonna go ahead and get it for you. So let me know. Yeah, man. Louis James, I agree with you on that one. I don't know how he's gonna do. I know one thing. He better not underestimate. He better not underestimate his opponent. He better not underestimate his opponent and walk in there like somebody said earlier, like the same way that Primetime Cobra did and got beat down. He got a real big beating because he was overconfident and Top Rank was bringing him up. So he's got to come out there and change his mindset and change the mindset of all the fans in boxing that really depended on him and he didn't do what he's supposed to do. Is that four extra large, extra large, and men's? Gotta write this down. Either way, I'll probably end up texting you or something from Instagram before I go to the store. 4 extra large. Yeah, man, I'm gonna hook you up, man. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna get you a hat too. I don't know what size, probably large too. Dolphins and a banner. I'm gonna get you that, man. I mean, you earned it, man. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm gonna bless you, bro. I like you. I'm with you on that one, Enrique Lewis. Luna, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for Chocolatito to actually win in the UD. I think his experience will overcome. He could. A lot of people say he's gonna knock out. He's gonna knock out. He's gonna knock out. He's gonna knock out. What's his name? Martinez. It could happen too, because Martinez gets exposed. I mean, don't get me wrong. Martinez come with this high guard like this. But when I was watching, he comes with his high guard like this, and then he traps his opponent. The point he's gonna throw a jab, but when you close him, he just start bomb rushing punches. So I hope that Chocolatito is aware of that, and I hope that he that's what he got to do. Yeah, man, you're right, Johnny. And I should be. I'm Puerto Rican. I should be going for Jose Pedraza, and I like him. My son's going for him. PT calls it. You usually right, but I just like Ramirez. I don't know why. I just think Ramirez is going to bring out more. I think I think he should be a bet. Make a statement against Pedraza and go out there and do his thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got Ramirez. I'm going for the Mexican. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Pedraza, 2-time champ. So shout out to him too. So yeah. So Johnny, and you usually call it right. So I'm not saying you're wrong, because you and my son are always right on a lot of things. You know, except for Boo Boo Andre. But that's all good. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think if Martinez comes in there, I'm gonna tell you right now. If Martinez comes in there, right, and he's gonna walk down Chocolatito, and you start high guard against a legend like Chocolatito, you out of your mind. Because at the same time, he's got his high guard like this. He's got all this open right here for Chocolatito, the angles that Chocolatito take. I just think I did say that in the beginning, the first 4 rounds are going to be tough for Chocolatito, because I know Martinez is very aggressive, but don't get it twisted. You're fighting a legend here that's been around for war. I mean, he learned a lot from fighting Wrongside, and Wrongside was no joke. Wrongside beat the shit out of Chocolatito, and I'll say the second fight, but not the first fight. But I mean, he learned from that fight. If you think you're gonna let a young buck come up here and school him, it ain't happening. Yeah, Johnny, you're right. That's right. Love and war, Cesar. Yeah, man, Louis James, you're right about that. Joey Gonzalez, I don't think it was top of the crown. I mean, he's good and this and that. I mean, but he fought two dogs in the weight division in fighting Emmanuel Navarrete and fighting Shakur. I call him Newark, New Jersey's son. Shakur Stevenson. So those two losses, I mean, that's not bad. To lose like you did and still have a record you have and your rankings you got, well, I know it was good, but he's got to come out in this fight tonight, tomorrow, and show up and rebound. You know what I mean? And Navarrete, that's one fighter, man. That I don't know who I put him against that could beat him. That guy's a monster, man. And the way he throws his punches and everything, forget about it. And that's just the truth on him. Okay. Yeah, that's the truth on him. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that those two fights that Joel had, he learned from that, and he's gonna come back. Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be this week, and then I think next week. I don't know the whole schedule. I have to look it up, but I'll be here, like I say, for Chocolatito live. I'll be here tomorrow night. I mean, it's gonna be nice to just sit back and watch a legend on Saturday and watch tomorrow the war between Pedraza and Ramirez. Then I was reading also the news that I was reading was Joseph Ordona was pulled from his fight in Orlando, Florida. I watched Ordona fight in Orlando a few months back when I went to go see Balanga fight. I forgot who Balanga was fighting, and Balanga had also a tough fight. But he didn't really impress me at all. According to the article I was reading on Boxing Scene, they say that last couple of fights he has missed weight. Top Rank let him go, and somebody else signed him. I forgot the name of who signed him. And he was supposed to have a fight in Orlando, Florida, but he was pulled. He came overweight on that fight, but that was because the promoter said he pulled him off because he's got a bigger fight. One of the guys here, one of the local fighters here that we love so much from the Dominican Republic, Michel Rivera. He looks like Muhammad Ali. That guy is no joke. He is no joke. And there again, Joseph Ordona, another Puerto Rican from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Very talented kid, but he's not going to beat Michel Rivera. He's not beating Michel Rivera. That guy, I've seen him in the training here in Miami, South Miami, and that guy is coming, and he's going to be world champion sooner than people think. Let's see. Yeah, well, just pray then, man. Pray. If you got issues going on, just pray. Whatever you feel, and you'll be fine. April's big. I don't know. Oh, yeah, April's got some big fights, too. What am I saying? I have to look at the whole schedule, but I know they got some big fights coming up, too. I think April 26th. I forgot what other fight. Oh, no, March 26th I'm thinking about. Much love, man. So thank you. Yeah, so Joseph fighting Michel Rivera, he gonna get beat down. I'm sorry. Another Puerto Rican I like, but I like the O'Donnell's brothers, but I'm not picking over Michel Rivera from the Dominican. That guy is a beast. God bless, Cesar. God bless you too. Yeah, he's a beast. Let me see the comments I missed any. Yeah, that's so much for that. Let me see what anybody else got anything to say. Another thing in the news that we have, Michel Rivera was going to be fighting on the Thames card on March 26th. Watch that fight with Joseph Ordona because he's going to piece up. I'm telling you right now, he's going to piece up Joseph Ordona. I mean, they pulled him out of this fight in Orlando, Florida. We should probably going to happen to him when Rivera gets done with it because he's coming. I predicted a world champion sooner than people think. Another news, you also had the 24-year-old Olympian Charles Conwell. He signed with Probellin. His record is 16-0 with 12 KOs. He actually fights at 154. He's actually a very confident guy from the Olympics. He actually come out saying that he wants to fight Jamel Charlo by the end of the year. Good luck on that one, because you might be great. You might come up Olympic. You might have that record. I'm not taking that from you. I'm sorry, man. Jamel is rough from Houston. He gonna teach you what school's all about. But respect to you and respect to Probellum and Richard Shefford. They put you in there with something. So good luck with that. You gotta always be happy, man. You always gotta be happy, man. I'm always smiling. I drive my wife crazy because I actually always joking around about everything. I'm never serious. My son will tell you that all the time. Dad, are you ever serious about anything? We got serious things going on. You want to joke around. You know what? Life is too short, man. And at some point, you can't we're living in stress and a lot of hatred. A little smile on your face and joking around is better than being rude to people and having negative energy. Even though sometimes you have to have negative energy when somebody tries you or somebody disrespects you, whatever the case is. Don't get it twisted. Okay, another local fighter, but you guys tune in for March 26th when Tim Tszyu's undercard, his debut. Watch Michel Rivera for the Dominican Republic. He is not no joke. He's going to beat Donald Donald. I'll tell you that right now. Put your money on Michel Rivera. I'm telling you that right now. And then we have another local fighter from a local gym up here. It's actually from Warriors gym here in Hollywood, Florida. We're very high on him. We like him a lot. Mekborn Senegal. He was pulled out for a fight due to injury. Very talented fighter. Waiting to get a big fight. Had a fight coming up on Showbox, but because of injury, he was actually pulled out from the fight. On top of that, and then what I like about Bivol came out today and he was saying, I have friends from the UK. I mean, from Ukraine. I have friends in Russia. I pray for everything to get done. He said, I'm not no politician. I respect all the Ukrainian fighters that decide to go to war. That's their choice. We all have our choices. But I'm not no politician, so I can't really talk on that. I only can worry, but I got to pray that everything gets better. So that's good news from Bivol. Bivol's being supportive and understanding that it's a bit difficult time, not just for them. It's a difficult time for the world. And his mindset right now is training for Canelo and taking capabilities of that. Okay, let's see. You see what else I got here? So yeah, so Bill's gonna bring it. Let's see what else I got over here. Ooh. Oh, I got it. Yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to bring out. You guys tell me this about Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua. Yes, Anthony Joshua. He was coming out saying that he's listening to Virgil Hunter, the same trainer that trained Andre Ward. If you listen, I'm no disrespect because he did great with Andre Ward. I'm gonna tell you straight up. If you're listening to him and hear the instructions he gives you in that ring, I mean, you're already losing the fight. I'm sorry to tell you. He might tell you a motivational speech, but all that motivation don't mean shit if you can't throw punches in that ring. All you got to do is go in that ring, Joshua, throw them punches, beat some ass, and do what you're supposed to do, and you won't have to worry about that. But if you sit there and want to listen to Virgil Hunter, Virgil Hunter, instead of there's other trainers out there that got a better, in my opinion, they got a better mind than Virgil Hunter. I'm sorry to say. You should listen to him, you were losing your fight, in my opinion. Talking about Virgil, you talking about Virgil Ortiz getting put up for a better time, a better career? I don't know, man. I didn't like when he came out and started talking about the people who want to fight him for big paydays. You're not a superstar. You're not Canelo. You're not Canelo. You're not the face of boxing. You are a talented fighter. That I'm big on you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a big fan of Virgil Ortiz. Better than Ennis Boost. Ennis Boost is talented. in the welterweight division, but he's got a lot to prove too. He's got a fight with Clayton, and Virgil got a fight with McKinson. McKinson for the British side, I was watching his fight. That guy is no joke, man. He's gonna cause problems for Virgil. I'm telling you that right now. Virgil might win the fight, but it's not gonna be an easy fight. He's gonna win against McKinson. I'm telling you that right now. My son been telling me that, and I sat down and I started watching some fights out over here, and I'm like, damn, this guy fights awkward. He goes in, he comes out. He doesn't stay in the pocket long. When he's gonna fight, he gets his punches, moves out. He's gonna cause problems for Virgil. But for me, Virgil needs to worry about that fight. Don't worry about people fighting for big money, because you're not a big. You're coming up. You're on the come up. That don't mean you're a star yet, but you're on the come up. So slow that down and say people are following you because they're gonna make big money off of you. Because no, the reality is people want to fight Canelo, because with Canelo, people make the paydays no matter if they win or lose. Prime example, Bill. This is the biggest fight Bill's been in his career, right here. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got Charlo, you got all these other fighters calling him out. They want to make that money. Canelo knows that. But at the same time, Virgil got it wrong, talking about he gonna go ahead and he's a star. I mean, that's people come because of money. No, you got it wrong. But I'm still with you as a fighter. I do like you. I just don't like what you said. We're talking about what Virgil Ortiz did. What is he still? I don't think he's with. Actually, he's not with Eddie Reynoso and Canelo. And Eddie Reynoso and Canelo said that today. I was watching an interview where Reynoso was saying that people were saying that he came to my gym and started to spread this narrative that he was with us and left us. But that's not how it was. Virgil Ortiz came to the gym, worked out with his dad. Reynoso said, I didn't even lace up any of his gloves for him. I didn't do nothing for Virgil. So for people that already have that narrative, the wrong narrative, that Virgil Ortiz came to sign with me, and for me to be his trainer and then leave the camp, make us look bad, that never really happened. He just came to my gym for a few days with his dad, and he's trained with me. And one thing I would say about his dad, he gave my respect what he was saying. He said, I don't run with the big dogs. I don't run with the biased fighters or the big fighters in my attention. I let my son, I'm going to put my son where I think is right for him. I'm going to put him where he's best fit for him. And for me, it wasn't at the Reynoso gym. But not once, Reynoso said that they never signed. So he clarified that today. So respect to Reynoso and Canelo on that. They also were trying to ask Canelo, about the Ryan Garcia situation. He said, I don't want to talk about that no more. I don't want to talk about that no more. Let Garcia go where he's got to go, whatever he's got to do. I don't talk about that. Reynoso did say we have schedulings, we have certain times, we have this and that. I think Reynoso indirectly was saying the same thing Canelo was saying, that you had time to be with us. You didn't want to do that. You didn't want to. Time told you be at a certain time. You weren't doing this. When we told you to do this, you didn't do so. Good luck to Garcia. Garcia's gonna move on with Goosen. I think just Reynoso just came in to clarify the situation on Virgil. Virgil never signed with them. He was just in the gym working out. What's going on, Jose? Salute to you too, man. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna say that Canelo literally influenced Virgil. He was not even there long enough in the gym to actually work out with Canelo or to be like Canelo. He just probably in his mind, some fighters just get a big head after a while after they're beating everybody, like they're gonna be there. But the journey's a long journey. You're not there yet, so you can't just go ahead and say, "Oh well, I'm making all this money, this and that." But at the same time, you know how it is. You look up to somebody who's making money, big money, how he's doing it, and you want to be just like him. So, Virgil is a young fighter, and he's gonna say what's on his mind. But we know he's wrong. He's learning. Everybody learns when they're young. So, move on from that. Oh, with Rubles, yeah, he went with Rubles. That's right. And they were asking his dad about that, Virgil Sr., and he was saying that this guy from Fight Hub TV was asking him about, why didn't you stay with Canelo, this and that? And after I just told you what Reynoso said, and he said, no, he says, what I like about him, he says, one of my old trainers that passed away when they were teaching me boxing when I was coming up. This is Virgil Ortiz Sr. said. He said, he always told me you might not agree with anybody says, but just listen to what they have to say. And that's what he does. He said, I listen to all the training, I listen to everybody. He said, I don't have a problem welcoming somebody in my team to help me out, help my son out. I don't care. Having a good listening ear is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And people sometimes get the misunderstanding. So respect to Virgil Sr. I really like him a lot. Yeah, so like I was telling you about Joshua. Joshua's in there listening to Virgil Ortiz. That shit crazy. I mean, I don't know what he's giving him. Is he telling him, you got a shark in the wave, you got a shark in the water, you got a family? I mean, one of the biggest things with me, when I want to hear a trainer in the corner, you got to tell him you got to jab, you got to slip to the right, go to the body more. You know what I'm saying? No, this motivation shit. That shit's behind you when you're in the fight. You're in the war right now. You got to take care of what you got to take care of. And then also, another thing that De La Hoya came out and said that he's hoping to have, now that Lomachenko got, hoping that he's okay. He's at war right now. De La Hoya said after, I guess he's already counting Ryan Garcia and winning his fight against Emmanuel Tagle, that he's going to try to see if he can get a fight with Kambosos for Ryan Garcia. So but with this war going on, it's probably helping open up doors for a lot of fighters. The same I said this with David Haney. David Haney now probably can even try to negotiate with Lomachenko. I mean, God bless Lomachenko. With Kambosos just as much as Ryan Garcia is being able to do. But for De La Hoya to say that, he's already thinking about trying to negotiate, then why not? Garcia's coming out here. But Garcia's got to come out and take care of his fight, ring rust, and see what he does with Tagle, because you can't underestimate any opponent, as we seen last week with prime time Colbert. And then for the even with Dylan White being very, that's not that I want to bring up. I was listening to Eddie Hearns today, and everybody said, oh, he's a great promoter, he does this and that, and he came out with saying that that he was totally in agreement with what Dylan White did by not showing up to the press conference with Tyson Fury. He said that he just felt he was being lowball as far as they were going to fly him on a cheap airplane. He wasn't getting the top of the top service, so that he wanted to go to the press conference, so he decided not to go, but that he'll be there for the fight. But my thing is, if you're so concerned about that, Eddie Hearns, why didn't you just go ahead? You got money. Why don't you fit the bill and put him in a better airline? Why didn't you give him the money that he wants? Since you want to sit here and throw salt on Frank Warren in the negotiation when he's going to make eight times what he's making when he's fighting Fury and still is not satisfied. So that's what I like about Eddie Hearns. He always goes back and forth on shit. Just never says the way it is. If you really care for that guy, you say you did, and he signed to you, then you should have gone ahead and bought him the plane, bought him the whatever he wanted, private jet, since you say it's cheap, and give him some more extra money, whatever he was asking for, to make him happy. But don't sit there and throw salt on Frank Warren in the agreement, because that's not how it is. And another thing, even check this out, even without Dylan White not showing up for the press conference, they sold out for that fight. Dylan White was Tyson Fury in 3 hours time, according to Frank Warren. Fury in the White clash, the fight they're gonna have, they sold out 85,000 tickets in less than 3 hours, or in 3 hours time. So just imagine, a little food for thought. Just imagine that was just Dylan White and Tyson Fury in the UK. Could you imagine Tyson Fury against Joshua, champion or not? That fight's gonna sell. As people were waiting for that fight for the longest time, and they could sell. And then for another thing that Eddie Hearn brought out was that he was saying that a third option for Canelo to fight, if he fights Golovkin or whatever the case may be, he can fight John Ryder in the UK, or he can fight Macaboo in the city he's from in Mexico. So I mean, so that's a lot of, they're already thinking what they're gonna do for Canelo. Either he's gonna fight in his home in Mexico, in his home city with Macaboo, or he might go with John Ryder and fight John Ryder in the UK. But that being said, from how the way Eddie Hearns was saying, I'm pretty sure that he's going to sway more to what Canelo says. But remember, Canelo's face of boxing. If he does anything Canelo says he wants done, if he says, I want to fight in my city in Mexico, then of course Eddie Hearns is going to favor that more than having to fight with John Ryder in the UK, because it's going to give him a better chance to sign Canelo for a long-term contract and make more money off of him. So that's a smart tactic by Eddie Hearns. So yeah, so So yeah, it's very interesting what Eddie Hearns brought out. It's very interesting what he said. Errol Spence came out. They were asking him about the fight with they asked him what the fight with Crawford is, if it's ever gonna happen, and he didn't come out and say it directly. He said that fight should happen. He's got to take business of Ugas and get that belt from Ugas, then he can go ahead and hopefully get to fight Crawford. But he was saying it, and how I got for the interview was that on Fight Hype was that he basically was saying that there's a lot of things that we have to talk behind closed doors, and I'm pretty sure he's referring to that money thing, with 50, 30 or whatever it is, or 30, 40, whatever the percentage. I'm quite sure that's what he's talking about. But at the end of the day, win your fight, Spence. I personally think Spence going to have ring rust. I don't think that. I'm not saying he's not going to win the fight, but I think he's been out for more than a year, and you're going to fight a tough opponent in Ugas, who most people don't think he can win the fight. But that defense, if he got, if Pacquiao couldn't hit him, you're definitely not going to hit him. And he's like, well, I'm not Pacquiao. And even Ugas trainer said they're going to use Spence's offense against him when they fight each other. So yeah, man, that's the bet with him. He said his eye was okay. He's just ready. He's just happy to be back in the ring. He's going to show out at Texas Stadium. They had the owner of the Dallas Cowboys speaking on their behalf in the stadium. How big fans they are trying to sell the fight. They had what's the name? Jerry James spoke. The trainer spoke. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. Nitty gritty what I had to say. If you guys have anything else to say, let me know. We got a lot of time left. Talk about anything. I'm gonna see what else we got here. So you guys are still here with me. I know it's not. Let's see. Yeah, he did. Let's see if I'm missing the comments. Let's see any comments. Nothing else. The presser, when I see the presser between Ray Martinez and Charlie, they both look good, throwing their punches in there, doing their thing. So that was good to see. I'm going to see what else they got here we can talk about. I really don't want to get off yet. See what other news is here. I got you here. And we can continue on. You guys can throw in any questions you want. All 7 of you that are here, I really appreciate it. Make conversation if you want. Okay, Boxing C just came out and said that Charlo Castaño rematch granted sanction approval by WBO May 14. Let me check this out. So I guess the fight's going to go on. I guess Jamal's going to get that rematch. Let's see. Yeah, Charlo Castaño rematch granted sanctioning approval by WBO May 14 on Showtime. Okay. You see what they say. Yeah, so I guess Castaño did his part. He proved that what was the injury for, and actually the WBO actually approved to him having that rematch with Jamal Charlo. So I'm sure after tonight, Jamal Charlo's gonna be happy because I know he's really adamant, very upset when he heard that the fight was canceled, and he came out and said, "Castaño, show me proof." Blah 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 blah. And Castaño did everything he's supposed to do on his right. So shout out May 14th. We're going to see Jamal Charlo put his belt on the line against Castaño. I don't know. That could have happened probably. I mean, in sparring, that happens all the time, Adrian. That happens all the time in boxing. You go sparring, and that's why sometimes a lot of trainers don't want have their fighters being sparred before a big fight, because they have a chance of getting hurt, and then when they get hurt, then this is what happens. But I'm happy that the W approved of having a rematch on May 14th with Jamal Charlo. That's 4 days before my birthday. He probably got hurt, like you said, sparring with Virgil Ortiz. But that being said, I had Castaño winning the first fight, and I'm still going to pick him in the second fight. I'm picking Castaño. I like what Castaño showed me the first fight. I think he's only going to get better. Jamel's going to come in. Don't get me wrong. Jamel's a dog. He might come out here and do worse than that. So it's unpredictable because we know what he did with the rematch with Harrison. So yeah. So he's. I'm happy to see that Jamel Charlo is going to have to fight back with Castaño, but I got Castaño winning the rematch. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so okay, let's see what's going on. He probably did. I mean, sometimes you go into those sparring matches, and fighters are competitive no matter what. So, and Virgil was a hard puncher. We know that for a fact. So he probably hurt him and everything. But the fact that they allowed the fact that Castaño did everything by the book, and actually when the WBO requested for him to show proof of his injury and everything, you can't ask for no more than that. And you have to accept that, and be glad that there's gonna be a rematch, and the fight's on May 14th, 4 days for my birthday. So that's good for me. Like I say, my son's probably taking Charlo. I'm taking Castaño. I think Castaño should have won the first fight. I think he's gonna come back more hungrier, and I think he's gonna bring it. That's my opinion. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else in the news. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. Jamel, when he fought Harrison the second time, man, and he came in and did his thing. He beat him down. So I could see that happening again. I don't know if it's going to be that intense, but it's going to be a good fight either way. Me personally, like I said, the reason I'm going with Castaño is because Castaño, I like what he did last time, and I think he's going to do it again. Let's see. I can't get over that Joshua thing. Joshua beating up on Virgil Ortiz. Are you serious? That's crazy. That really is. Like who does that? Yeah, we'll definitely see, man. I mean, I guess you're going for Charlo, but this is boxing. We got to talk boxing the way we see it. It's gonna be a good fight either way you look at it. I'll be honest with you. It's gonna be a real good fight, and we'll see what's gonna happen with Charlo's gonna come and do that. I don't even know what's going on with Jamal Charlo, man. Benavidez was talking about today another thing. Benavidez was talking about that he would take less money for fighting Bubu Andre, and I'm like, you know what? Before you say anything about Bubu Andre, Benavidez, you need to talk to your crazy ass manager because he's psycho asking for that much money. Because one of the reporters asked him, "Are you serious that you want $7 million?" He said, "No, I even take less. I'll take $3 million." But you know what? It's back to your crazy. It all comes back to your crazy manager, Lukowitz. So you need to go talk to him first before you make any assumptions on anything, and before you say you're going to fight. And talk that you want to fight. Because we know fighters want to do a lot of things, but it's not the fighters that are not making the fights. A lot of it is the promoters and behind the scenes that don't want to make fights. Let's see what else got. Let's see what else you guys got. Anybody else got anything else to want to speak about? Whatever, hold your peace. Let me see what Fox News got. Good thing what the Fox News got to talk about. We see. Hell no, that's crazy ass news. Can't compare Jordan Boots Ennis to Anton Russell. You out of your mind. And Canelo said that the fight's got to fight each other this past week, but they were saying something that Canelo doesn't see the value in fighting Benavidez and fighting Charlo. I mean, Benavidez is a young, hungry cat that I think would challenge Canelo and take him to the last straw. He'd be hungry for that fight. But then again, I have to go with Canelo. So then they all need to fight each other and they can decide what they really want to do. You know. So I guess Canelo was saying that Reynoso was saying of course, the boxing news that Canelo was saying that in December might be Makabu. So he'll still get that shot fight. Yeah, Spence was saying he was upset that he didn't get the fight with Pacquiao, changing of the torch. But you know what? Things happen in life for a reason. It wasn't meant for you to have it. So why not give it to somebody like Ugas who went in there and took care of that, and did what he had to do. Yeah, I mean, I like to see guys. I like to see Benavidez fight. Um, Go ahead and fight Canelo, man. I think that's a big fight. I think everybody wants seeing that fight, win or lose. But if it's not going to happen, what do we got to say? Let's see what else got going on. Somebody brought up the thing about Kell Brook having Amir Claus having a rematch clause, Amir Khan having a rematch clause for the for the rematch with Kell Brook, but does he really need that? I don't think so. Guys, I think any more questions? I like Castano. I think Castano's going to go in there, beat the shit out of Charlo the way he did the first fight when he had him up by the ropes, beating him down. Charlo had no answer to him, and I think he's going to do it again. He's going to walk Charlo down. I mean, he was throwing a lot of shots. He was hitting Charlo with everything, and Charlo didn't have much for him. So I think people say it was a close fight, but I think Castano won convincingly, and I see the same thing again. And I'm not saying that Charlo's not a good fighter because we see what he did to Harrison. So I'm not taking that from him, but I'm just telling you how I see it. I got Charlo. I got Castano beating Charlo for the second time. And I could be wrong. My son probably got, I think my son got Charlo. But a few more minutes, probably till 30, 7 more minutes to probably get off. There's not many people here tonight. Hopefully we'll be here tomorrow for the live and we'll go from there. Slow night tonight's Thursday. People probably resting for tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm going to be live. Program reminder. I'll be here live and continue being live until my son comes back. If you guys have any ideas of what you want me to talk about or anything, just let me know, and I'll try to answer your questions. I'll do my homework on it to let you know. Let's see. Oh, someone tell me something here how to do this. Let me see. He's showing me how to do something over here. Okay. Oh, let me see. Oh, he said under the banner or something. He told me something over here. I just want to see something real quick. And it is. No, I don't see nothing there. Oh well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And put his own mouth when Flair went and confronted him about a fight. So that's good to know. Antoine's young and hungry, man. You got me. He got brother Gary Russell Jr. Training him too. So, I mean, he Postal did what he could, but I mean, he was coming to fight. There's no line that. The only thing I didn't like about that Victor Postal fight was that he stopped it prematurely. But that is done. Water down the drain. But I think that Antoine's got it in him, and a young, hungry fighter that wants to be like his little brother, like his other big brother, and I think he has the tools to do it. Uh, yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to check out that interview for sure. I'm gonna have to check that interview out. Like I say, program reminder. Well, I'm trying to see. My son sent me a message on how to use this thing, so I want to test it out because there's a way of doing it. Let me see. My son sent it to me. How to use the banners here so I can put out when you guys go in there and talk to me. Oh wow. Well, that's good to know. Ramirez, thank you for letting me know. Let me see. My son sent me something. Oh no. Okay, hold on a second, guys. That's good to know. Okay, yeah, guys. I'm gonna get off of this. It's kind of short tonight because tomorrow I gotta go live for the fights again. Thank you all for being here. If you haven't hit that like button, want to support, it's fine. If not, we'll talk about it. Much more about boxing tomorrow. You all have a blessed evening. Thank you for being here. And may God continue to bless all of you. And we'll talk some more boxing tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow, program reminder, there is a live on which ESPN Plus, Jose Pedraza and Jose Ramirez. It's going to be a great fight. A two-time champion against another champion trying to get back in the ladder to win another title. So stay tuned tomorrow. Look for the announcements. And thank you again for your support. You all have a good night. May God bless you. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate it. You kept this live alive for me. Thank you.